Drivers, start your engines! Let's light this place up. Hamilton, if you've got a mobile phone, please come down to the fence and turn that torch on wide open. If you've got a torch in your back pocket, if you've got an ever-ready in the handbag, come down to the fence and light these things up and show these drivers your support. This is what it all comes down to. Turn 3 and 4, a couple of lights going up there. Bang them up in the air, wave them around. The drivers will be able to see this, and it's one of the coolest things they can see from the cockpit of these cars. 35 laps to survive. We're green. Nelson, it's going to be your early leader, as you could expect. And down the back straight they will run. Can we get the opening lap in? Lawrence, he's coming early. This will be a big result to get all 20 cars across the line on lap number 1. And we do it. Hell yeah. Lap in the books. See where they start to settle out. Nelson is your leader, from Lawrence, from Mick Dan. And it's Dale Morrison, Stephen Gardner, Nathan Russell, Nathan Thorne, Jason DeGoldie, Peter Kinnear, Reese Meekins, Morris Ahern, Dean Jenkins, Jaden Edwards, then it's Stephen Watts, Jason Jewell, Scotty Seacombe, David Barry, Sean Henry, Jaden Blomley, and Brad Warren. That's your field from top to bottom as we tick over lap number 4. And Matt Nelson settles into the good groove. He's got half a straightaways distance. It's the Magna. He's in the wars early, but Nathan Thorne is coming after Stephen Gardner. The pair battle each other week in, week out in South Australia. And tonight they do it over the border. Lawrence trying to hold off Mick Dan. Dan's putting heavy pressure on. Dan to the top side on Lawrence. AJ, he looks good on the bottom. But Dan is winding up the top side of this place. Nelson's in a race of his own. Just staying out of the ruts, and Nelson's cruising the bottom. Mick Dan, he grabs that second place spot, and Lawrence comes under fire now from Dale Morrison. Stevie G is locked into that 5th place spot, but Nathan Thorne is giving him plenty to think about. Nathan Russell up the inside. Morris Ahern. Here comes Oggy. Thorne sparks off the concrete. Ahern around the top on Russell. The Ahern Hill is going to light up here at Hamilton. It's Oggy cruising around the top. JE Engines and the roadie Mortlake. Nyora number 4 is hunting. Nelson, the Waste and Oils Victoria 1. Got a stellar lead right now. He's got no idea that's the case, but he is peeling away. The multiple Queensland champion. He's a Victorian champion, and he's on it. He won mantle. Stephen Gardner levels up side AJ. Morrison, he's side by side with Thorne. So as we take a look back through the field, it's Ahern from Russell, and it's Reese Meekins in the Kilmore Towing and Transport number 85. Jason DeGoldie from Dean Jenkins. Then it's Peter Kinnear, Stephen Watts, Jaden Blomley, and Jaden Edwards. They'll go 3 wide through 1 and 2. Blomley making some ground through your field. Keep your eyes on the black and orange 62. He put on a massive steer in the B main. And Blomley is searching for a way through thick traffic. Edwards is back there with him. That's Jaden Edwards in the Lake City Radiators S87. So very shortly he's going to have lap to contend with. Mick Dan's into second. At Magna, there was a whole lot of daylight under that thing there. Keep your eyes on the Magna of Thorn. He's up to fourth. Morrison and Gardner. The fastest car in this pack right now is Nathan Thorn. Is Rip at the bottom. Oh, here comes Blomley once again. The catcher in this battle pack. 15 laps down, 20 left to run. Nello, he's got a field day out in front. I think Nello's slowing. Matt Nelson is slowing the Victoria one. This is heartbreaking to watch. Nelson's going to pull in fifth. And your Victorian champ is out. And we will crown a new. And Mick Dan now finds himself in a battle for the lead. Nathan Thorn is coming. The SA number one. He's hunting down Mick Dan. Lawrence. He's now well and truly up in this show. Augie comes in field, flat right rear. Morris Ahern is out. And Matt Nelson, the look of despair. His race was absolutely torn apart. Stephen Gardner, front end is gone. The CW Wines 32 has had it. Boy, oh boy. We are in for a battle for the lead as we go yellow. And Matt Nelson out. That's the big story. He had a country mile out in front. And Matt Nelson climbs from the car. Folks, please join me in banging your hands together for your reigning Victorian champion. He's not going to finish this one. Tough luck, brother. He had it shot to bits. And now we go green with Mick Dan. And have a look at the Magna coming after him. Nathan Thorn is second from AJ Lawrence. But Nathan Thorn makes your battle for the race lead too wide. Thorny on the top. Nathan Thorn squares up with Dan. Mick Dan not backing out for a moment. But Nathan Thorn levels up and he leads running into 3 and 4. That AMJS tree stump removal. 52 hits the front. And the price of the Magna may well have been doubled. The car is for sale and it currently leads the Victorian title. Mick Dan is second from AJ Lawrence, from Dale Morrison, Nathan Russell, Stephen Watts from the B-Main, Jaden Blomley from the B-Main, Peter Kinnear, Julie's going infield as AJ Lawrence squares up with Dan. Oh, they jump on it quickly and Mick Dan is relegated 5 or 6 spots. Jason Jewell certainly out. And Nathan Thorn, a tearaway leader now. Dale Morrison from AJ Lawrence, from Nathan Russell. Dan sustained too much damage and he slows on the top side. Can he get it to the infield or are we going yellow once more? And as I say it, we will come back under caution. And the big time mover, Jaden Blomley out of the B-Main. And he's in a battle for 5 and 6 out of the B-Main, ladies and gentlemen. And there is the red field. The right front tire for the rusty cars down under. So they're still looking at that left rear corner. on the SA 52. And they're checking the right rear wheel out too. That moved a lot more than I'd like to have seen it. Let's see what the field have got for this Magna. Can it hang on? He gets straight back into the loud pedal. And here we go for 12. Thorny. He's got Morrison tight in behind. Morrison levels up. Side by side with your leader. And the Alexandra 13 is in with a red hot crack. He's right in the rear bumper, but it's still Nathan Thorne. Can the Magna hang on? Lawrence is closing in, as is Russell. Blomley's up in the top step. 9 laps as they go by the stand this time. The Magna still, it's unrelenting. The pressure too from Morrison. It's as good as he's contended with. I don't like the look of the left rear corner on the Morrison 13 either. This really is becoming a race of attrition. He's still there, but that left rear is flailing around on Morrison. They're worried about the rear end on the Magna. Lawrence is third from Nathan Russell and Reese Meekins. But it's still Nathan Thorne. He's winding the laps down. Gets a little unsettled with some help from Morrison. He regathers the Magna. And Thorne continues to march. Lawrence levels up with Morrison. The end of night number 1, you'd have thought no one would get Lawrence. But he's back and asking for more. Russell jumps just outside the groove. Highest ranking Tasmanians. They're right up in this thing. They sit in 3 and 4. They go after each other. Russell, the T1. The team over the weekend. The thing hops and dances around. But it's still fast. This is anyone's race. Right in that top 6. I think we're going to have some carnage. And we will go yellow as it's Nathan Russell right in the middle of that battle. Whether the camera angle was able to catch it behind the Portaloo of all things. Nathan Russell half turns the Tassie 1, has done everything right thus far. He's travelled through the infield, spoken with all of the due officials. I've seen about 15 thumbs up. They've sent him back on his way. And he now tries to catch up to the front of the field where he knows he should be. I don't know what more can be said. The SA 52 is back at the front. Lights out, pull the plug. So we're lights out. Let's rock it. They gave him the mechanical defect flag. He went in field and he's back out. He's argued the point as you would. And now we're 5 laps from home. I have no idea how this amounts. But Nathan Thorne, your race leader, he's got 5 laps left to run. Let's call it as they come home. Jaden Blomley, he's going to be out of this thing. He slows around the top. He's going to pull in field on the back straight. Dale Morrison is coming after Thorny. AJ Lawrence is tucked in behind. It's a 2-way battle for second as Morrison squares up and comes after Thorne. Flat right front on the Blomley 62. Thorne in a race of a lifetime right now. It's going to read headlines for months to come on how this race unfolded. Down the back straight and into 3 and 4. They're going to come on to the main straight. They're side by side in behind Thorne in the Magna. Lawrence battles alongside Morrison. This could go any way as the field bunches up behind the Magna. Meekins is right in this thing too. He's going nowhere. Watts and Kinnear, they're closing in. White flag waves into 1 and 2 for the final time. Can the Magna hang on? Morrison around the outside. Can the Magna hang on? You've got to be kidding me. You have absolutely got to be kidding me. Holy cow. Western Speedway Hamilton, get up on your feet. Bang them hands together in what is one of the wildest finishes to a race to have ever been. A ridiculously good race. I'm not saying a word until I hear 100%. So bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. They're sending the medical team to the Warren car. The two drove absolutely to the line and gave it their all. What an incredible race to look back on. Bang your hands together, main, straight away for both of these guys, and AJ Lawrence as well in that number 55. An incredible finish to a race. And one more time, ladies and gentlemen, your new 2022-23 Victorian Street Stock Champion is Dale Morrison. And new Victorian Street Stock Champion, Dale Morrison.